Your Excellency, you are welcome to the National Information Contact Center. Our staff at post, the Honorable Minister is here. I'd like to hand over to the Honorable Minister to welcome you once again and to take you through what is happening here. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Honorable Minister.
Yes, sir. Excellency, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us at the National Information Contact Center. The center has been running since the 1st of April. It is a single point of access, non-emergency phone center that allows the public to call in for information on government services and policies and complaints. There are about 4 major channels: voice interaction by calling 311. Then people can also send us messages, both on SMS and on WhatsApp, on 0555 311 311. There's also the social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, etc., with which we interact with the general population. And then we've got apps on the Apple Store and then on Android, which we operate. We have to recalibrate the center to focus on COVID-19 specific, working with our partners from GIFEC, Chief Executive is here, SIGAD, our technology partners, and other agencies under the Ministry of Communications. What we do now is that we provide information on COVID-19 specific. We also provide information on the imposition of restrictions and exemptions to help both the police and citizens. And then we also get feedback in particular on PPEs and other related matters that are out there. It's a 24-hour center. We have a staff of 45 drawn from your own young men and women at NAPCO and then from the Information Services Department. And the center so far, for the first 15 days of operation, we've received 12,340 calls. The calls come in various categories. Calls on the lockdown itself, helping police and citizens on the exemption issues. Then those who seek to also contribute to COVID-19 relief fund. Hospitals and health centers are also calling us. And Excellency, I'll show you some data on PPEs so that we can work with Ghana Health Service to deliver it better. Sometimes when people have challenges reaching the emergency numbers, they call us. And we have a patch through to their center, so we're able to connect for the ambulance to attend to them. People want general education on COVID-19, we give it to them, as well as a few other matters. Now we have colleagues from the Ghana Health Service. Gifty is from the Ghana Health Service. She and her colleagues run shifts so that some of the health-related matters and emergency calls, they can respond to it. We also are connected to Jubilee House so that donations can be connected there. And then, as I mentioned, for the ambulance and emergency, we are connected, including PPE, and then also Ministry of Social Protection for food distribution. Sometimes the calls come through. Excellency, this is just a snapshot of calls so far, 12,340 in the first 15 days, day by day. The calls usually are high during the week, and when government engages, after the president's address and our press briefings, they are high, and then they go low during the weekends, and then they go in those waves. In percentage terms, this is how it looks like. Moving forward, sir, specific to April 15th, you would find that Accra records, this is the cumulative data. Accra records the highest number of calls, about 8,200, followed by Ashanti region. But we're also getting a lot of interest in Central, Eastern, in Western, and in Northern. The interest have also gone up, especially when they begin recording cases. Then you see their interest also begin to go up. In percentage terms, the same data reflects. Now, on the 15th of April specifically, this is the call data, 543 from Accra, 89 from Ashanti, and the rest is distributed accordingly. If I just may move further, yes, this is the 12,340 data set. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Excellency, now this is a very interesting slide that gives us the qualitative analysis of the calls that are coming in. You'll notice that from the 1st of April coming in, issues about water and food appear a bit low, but as the days go by, we begin to notice a spike in water and food related calls, specific areas that want inquiries and then want some help. So we feed this back to Gender and Social Protection and International Security as well for them to work with it. Now on the WhatsApp bot that we have built, we have loaded a number of frequently asked questions so that people don't have to wait to get on the phone lines. They can just go online, ask the question, and then the WhatsApp platform responds. So far, about 643,000 messages that have come in, but 99% of them have gotten responses, sometimes a few challenges, so it's not 100% accurate. And then there's further nuancing. So generally, sir, this is the kind of work that we've been doing here at the call center. As I mentioned, it runs 24 hours. We're happy to have the support of GIFEG, of SIGAD, our technology partners. Mr. Kofi Asante runs the center with his team, and this is one of the shifts that we have. Supervision comes from the Ministry of Information. Our Chief Director, Director PPME are all here, and we are very happy to receive you here this afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much, Minister for Information and Deputy Minister for Information, Head of GIFEC, SIGAD, representatives here present, the hardworking staff of the National Information Contact Center, and members of the press. It is really a privilege to be here, and I'm very impressed with what I have seen thus far. As you know, government runs on information, and information produces data, and then we can analyze the data and take decisions based on data. So the setting up of this center is very, very important because government needs to hear from the people on what are the issues that concern them. Fortuitously, the center has been operational coincidental with the COVID-19 crisis. And they have quickly recalibrated this whole contact center to be able to deal with the COVID-19 crisis. As you know, it is a deadly virus, highly contagious virus that is spreading around the world. And government has to take very, very important steps to contain and hopefully eventually eliminate the spread. And so we need information. Government's attitude is to test, to trace, to treat, the 3 T's. But information is key. And the work that is being done here is collecting a lot of information that will allow government to be able to track, to be able to test, and to be able to treat people. And I think that it is a very, very key weapon that we have in the fight against COVID. Nobody should take this COVID lightly. We should all take it seriously. President Nana Akufo-Addo has put in place very, very critical measures that are helping us in this fight. The restrictions, the hygiene, and the social distancing, the lockdown so far, and all of that. These are all very important measures. But these measures and the grace of God has also resulted in an outcome that is reasonable for Ghana. The measures and the grace of God have resulted in an outcome that is reasonable. As at yesterday, out of 50,719 people tested, almost 99% was negative. Negative. Only about 1% is positive. That's 641. But this is because we are chasing the virus. We are not waiting, as other countries are doing, for the virus to come to them, like get sick and then go to the hospital. Ghana is doing something very different. We are chasing into the community to trace the virus, to test people and to treat them. It's a very different architecture that we are implementing in Ghana. And by the grace of God, we've been able to find through this process 641 cases. If we hadn't done this, then all these people would have been going around infecting other people. So I think the president's focus on tracing, testing, and treatment has yielded very good results. 1% of people tested have been infected. But by the grace of God, 94% of this 1% have only mild or no symptoms. We have only 2 people who are critically ill and 8 people died who have had underlying conditions already. So God has been good to us, but we have to continue implementing all the guidance that we are doing right now. No large gatherings. We wash our hands. We don't shake hands. We continue with all the social distancing measures. And I think that I can see that everybody here is wearing a mask. I think it's a good idea because the virus is transmitted through, when you sneeze, droplets, right? When you cough, when you sneeze, when you shake hands, that's the sort of thing. So let's be very careful and mindful of this. But I am so happy with what is going on. This is just one of the things that we are doing. So much work is going on in the background. When we talk about the work the president is doing, so many different committees. We meet every day. There's simply no day because we have to review what is happening on a daily basis. So within every 24-hour cycle, we have a meeting, different groups. The president personally chairs meetings daily on this, and we have to report to him. So there is a lot going on in the background. Many people don't know it. And I'm sure many people didn't know of the existence of the National Information Contact Center. It's going to be a very, very important weapon, not only in our fight against COVID, but in our fight for development as a whole. I really want to thank the Minister for Information and his team for making sure that this has come to realization. And also to thank GIFEC and SAGAD, the technology partners, because together you have made it happen. And I think it is very, very refreshing. It's very, very refreshing. This is world-class standard. It is world-class standard. And the graphs and the interpretation of the data is very, very nice to see. And I think that we are going to benefit a lot from this particular contact center, National Information Contact Center. So we encourage everybody, if you have an issue, call 311, and then you will be attended to by these hardworking men and women here. 311, and you will be attended to. If you have an issue related to COVID, you can as well call here. The Ghana Health Service is present here. They will be able to answer some of your questions. But I would like to really thank all of you on behalf of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for all the good work that you're doing. We are all doing national service. So you'll continue doing the great work. Thank you very much. God bless you.
So we are sure that at least one person will have the privilege of having their call received by His Excellency the Vice President himself, who is also doing some national service this afternoon with us here.
Yes. Kasoa. And what's your name? Mary. Yes. Okay. Ano town. Eno Mary area. Okay. Yes. So how can I help you? Yes. Okay. You don't have water. This is in Kasoa, Eno Mary area. Okay. There's no water. Bojasi Road. Okay. All right. Okay. We will look to dealing with this. You know who you're speaking to? Oh, okay. You're speaking to Dr Bawumia, the Vice President. The Vice President. Yeah, you don't believe it. Yes, that's me. I think she's confused. You need water. Okay. We will Eno Mary area, right? Ano Town in Kasoa, you have two 10,000-liter tanks. Okay. You supply everybody. Okay. Eno Mary will send your message to the water suppliers, and I'm sure you will see them soon. Keep Kian. Squatting. Assemblyman is squatting. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. God bless you. Thank you. You're welcome. You are blessed, huh? Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Very well. Thank you.
Yeah, Eno Mary from Kasoa. Okay.
Yeah.
The calls are recorded, and so we'll take it back and then we'll have to. I just want the supervisor to give us a vote of thanks before you take leave of us. Kofi.
So we want to first thank the Almighty God for giving us life. And again, want to thank His Excellency, the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for his visionary leadership. We also want to thank His Excellency, Dr Bawumia, for gracing this occasion for us. And again, we want to thank the Honorable Minister, Honorable Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, for working behind the scenes to make this a reality. We also want to thank Chief Director and all other protocol observed. Thank you so much for coming. And the press, our friends to the press, we thank you so much for gracing this occasion for us. May the Almighty, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.